So we are at Greenfest. Our company name is Tiny's Organic, and we are a family-owned and operated farm out of Eastern Washington. We sell all of our produce in the Seattle region, mostly through our delivery service, which is called a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. And the way that works is we drop off fresh bags of produce, local pickup spots all around the Puget Sound for customers pick up between June and November once a week on Wednesdays. We also vend our product at local area farmers markets.
I'm with Orphans to Ambassadors International. We're a non-profit organization here in Seattle, completely volunteer-based. Our mission is to help orphanages in conflict zones become more sustainable and self-sufficient. We have 3 projects right now in Tanzania, Cambodia, and Sierra Leone. Right now we're doing solar installation. We've got solar projects, as you can see in these pictures. We have solar installations for solar power, providing electricity and energy for our orphanages there. We do vegetable gardens, water wells, and chicken coops. We use a lot of support from local volunteers here in Seattle to help install the solar panels and build the chicken coops. Here's a picture of our orphanage in Sierra Leone, our partner orphanage in Sierra Leone. This is these children's first time eating dinner with light. Normally when the sun goes down, the day is over. There's no time for studying. You're eating in the dark, and then it's bedtime. Now with the new solar power, they can turn the lights on and eat in the light, study in the light. orphanstoambassadors.org. You can find out more information there. We've got all of our photos from all of our projects there.
Hi, I'm Jared Rohde. I am the president and founder of Out for Sustainability. We are the intersection of the gay and the green. So looking at how can the LGBTQ, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community intersect with the sustainability movement. You know, we've seen that sustainability isn't just about carbon. It's not about composting exclusively. It's much broader than that. And it's also not just a bunch of, dare I say, white hippies in the woods like it was 40 years ago. It's really much broader, and we're about bringing kind of everybody to the table and giving visibility between these two communities. The gay community has been statistically proven to support the environment 55% versus 33% in the straight community. But there's not this sense that in the gay community that we identify as sustainable. So how can we improve that by connecting people in the gay community with the incredible things that are happening at places like Greenfest, where sustainability is really on the cutting edge and happening, like I said, in a broader sense. So that's kind of what we're about. We do events primarily in Seattle. We're Seattle-based, but we're looking beyond. We have an intern out of York University in Toronto looking at baseline data for creating a global best practices toolkit for Pride organizers and attendees. So looking at how can a scrappy little nonprofit that's all volunteer and unfunded go beyond and really make global impact through a strong sort of community of individuals who have relationships and care about things. And one more thing, sustainability should be fun. So that's why we wear things like Nature is So Gay, because sustainability shouldn't take itself quite so seriously. Make it accessible and relevant to everybody.
My name is Patrick Spencer, and I'm the Executive Director of the Cork Forest Conservation Alliance. We're here at the Green Festival to help people learn a little bit about the cork forests of the Mediterranean Basin, how important they are to our world's biosphere, and to learn a little bit about the facts about cork, especially as it relates to the wine industry. These 7 million acres of cork forests exist in Spain, Portugal, France, Italy, Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria. It is a very unique tree, the cork tree, because it's the only tree in the world that you can harvest the bark from and not harm the tree. Some of the common misconceptions about cork, especially in the forest, is that the trees are cut down. These trees are never cut down, and they are harvested by hand with no mechanical tools every 9 years. So it really is the most sustainable and environmentally friendly forestry practice in the world. Some of the other misconceptions that people have about the cork industry is that screw caps are better or more environmentally sound. In fact, mining for bauxite is devastating to the planet, and your screw caps aren't being recycled in any state in the United States. So what we try to do is help people understand why these forests are so important, and just to kind of help educate people. We run a cork recycling program. It's called Cork Reharvest, and you can find our Cork Reharvest boxes at any Whole Foods in the United States, also at PCC, and at the Wine Warehouse here in the greater Seattle area.
We're all a little hippie, I guess. You've heard it before, we're all a little, I guess. Just let the worst be the worst, for the best will be the best. We are all a little hippie, I guess. And it was a Thursday when I heard the president say that he was for love and not bombing all my friends. And I was surprised till I remembered in the end, he must be a little bit hippie, I guess. We're all a little hippie, I guess. Just let the worst be the worst, for the best will be the best. We're all a little hippie, I guess.
In 2002, before we moved to attack Iraq, and in February and March of 2000, in February 2003, I was in New York City. There were 1 million people in the streets of New York City. Some of you may have watched on television. All around the world, people were gathering, insisting on peace. We need that kind of collective conscious expression now. And so, whatever our concern is, we have to be ready to get together with others and be visible, because it's through our personhood, getting together with like-minded people, when we make that expression, we have a tremendous impact. We don't even know what happens through the power of the people unless we get together in large groups and demand it. And frankly, I believe it's the only way we're going to have peace. We could be in Iraq for God knows how long. We could be in Afghanistan at least for another 10 years. We could be in a deepened war in Libya. We could keep drones flying over Yemen and Pakistan. And for what? What is this about?
For no more needs be said, my love. And we can't be weak. Oh, we're as good as dead, my love, yes. When it's the end of the world.
My name is Richard Herron. Hi, we are Sustainable Building and Insulation. We are a sustainable insulation contractor. We primarily focus on the retrofit market, and we do light commercial and new construction. All the products that we install are the most sustainable that we have found for each category. We have 3 blown-in products: blown-in cellulose, that's 100% borate; blown-in wool, which is 100% or natural from sheep wool, and then we have Aircrete, which is a cement foam insulation. It is not a chemical foam. It is actually a mineral-based foam, so it is fireproof, mold-proof, rodent-proof, and pest-proof. Can be installed in existing construction without doing any damage to the wall because it is a non-expanding foam, and it is done from the outside. We also have bat products. We carry EcoBat, which is a fiberglass with no harmful chemicals. We also have cotton bats, which is 100% natural cotton. And then we also have sheep wool bat and polyester bats that we install.
We really believe one component of sustainability is to build from the heart and create environments that will have meaning and spirit and longevity, as well as healthy, non-toxic materials and eco-sensitive design. We really strive to work from the visions that people bring to us and to learn together what sustainability can mean for our future in the world.
And the average household income, it would take every dollar you earned until March 5th just to pay for your car costs. So, but it's similar in other places here too. In the last 15 years, the incidence of people from 21 to
I'm with the Northwest Biodiesel Network. We're a not-for-profit 501c3 education and advocacy organization, educating the public and promoting biodiesel as an alternative to petroleum. And we have monthly education forums the fourth Tuesday of every month from 7 to 9 p.m. And we bring in speakers to talk about a variety of subjects, from biofuels quality to biomass conversion to local producers. Had a meeting about co-ops recently, where people interested in starting biodiesel co-ops learned about the ins and outs of that. Cover a wide variety of subjects. And we also go out tabling at various events like the Green Festival to educate people and answer questions and raise awareness about biodiesel. Should always look at all alternatives to petroleum and energy and ask lots of questions about everything, and educate yourselves about what we have and how we can do things differently than the status quo.
Hi, my name is Bray. I'm from the Restore, and we are a nonprofit building salvage company. We do everything from take donations to doing deconstruction and salvage, everything in between. We take all those materials and we sell those in our store in Ballard and also up in Bellingham. Us at www.re-store.org.
Hi, my name is Maggie McMillan. Behind me, to my right, is my husband, Slava. We are Era Mystique Retreat, located in Zillow, Washington. What we do is we help you to reconnect with your power source in a very peaceful and loving environment. We set up individual weekends special for you, so that the only person that I work with is you for that moment in time. You send us a questionnaire that answers all the questions I need as to why you're coming. I designed the workshops special for that. And we have 45 hours to put it all together so that you can relax in a peaceful place and reconnect with your power source. Thank you.
This is Sandy Siafi's film about the Niger Delta and the impact of the petroleum industry in the Niger Delta. Hi, my name is Kyle Capizzi. This is the Sustainable Fuel Co-op. We are a consumer co-op forming around actually an existing biodiesel business, Dr. Dan's Fuel Works. The business has been in operation since about 2001. He, prior to that, was supplying compressed natural gas equipment as an alternative fuel, and this was one of the first pumps in the United States to make high blend biodiesel available. Dr. Dan has since been primarily working on vehicles as a mechanic and is interested in having a community group take over the pumps. So there's one available in Ballard as well as up on 65th and 15th at the Espresso Express. And the reason for doing this is that a community around Dr. Dan wanted to assure that they were going to have the most sustainably sourced fuel possible. In addition, they wanted to be sure that large portions of their work and effort to keep biodiesel available were going to a business that they believed in. So the Sustainable Fuel Co-op was started initially in 2010 to work toward this. Now in 2011 is actually collecting members, and as the co-op expands, hopefully we'll be able to install some more pumps to make sustainably sourced biofuel available. The community-based principles that were shown are primarily coming from the Sustainable Biodiesel Alliance, which is a national organization, and some of the principles that they espouse are also supported by an international organization called the Roundtable for Sustainable Biofuels. So this is both a local effort as a co-op, but there's a national and international effort to assure that some of these biofuels, which are supposed to be better for the environment, are sustainably sourced and available, that information is available to the consumer. Our website is www.sustainablefuelco-op.com, and the film is www.sweetcrudemovie.com.
Okay. Hi, my name is Mike Hines. I'm a volunteer for the Zeitgeist Movement. We're an international grassroots organization that promotes global sustainability through changes to our core economic and social systems so that they support human happiness and health. We're an all-volunteer organization. We have about a half a million people internationally in the organization, and we have a website at www.thezeitgeistmovement.com, as well as Washington State site called zmwa.org, and we'd love to have anybody join us and help see what is making our planet sick and making our population sick and causing the strife in our societies, and help come up with solutions to solve those problems through changes to the core structure of our society. Thank you.
Now you might ask, how is it that our government, with the Food and Drug Administration, how could they allow such dangerous foods on the market? Well, the answer is this. I think you'll find it, let's say, interesting, maybe even funny. The policy of the FDA says that the agency is not aware of any information showing that these GM foods are significantly different. And on that basis, they say absolutely no testing is necessary. No labeling is necessary. You don't even have to tell the FDA if you want to put a GMO on the market. So companies like Monsanto, which is the largest GM food crop producer, they're the company that told us that Agent Orange was safe and DDT was safe and PCBs were safe. All lies. They've been fined, convicted, fined $700 million just for the PCB lies. They're in charge of determining whether their genetically modified foods are safe. Now, why is it that the FDA gave Monsanto that opportunity to determine if the foods are safe? Well, the person in charge of policy at the FDA was Monsanto's former attorney, later Monsanto's vice president, now the U.S. food safety czar.
So it's really about people's local stories. It's about educating people about who live in these places, what is the local culture, what would you find if you went and explored in greater detail in these parts of our state. If you're more interested in learning more about our guides and some of the other programs that we do, you can find that on our website, which is northwestheritageresources.org. Or alternatively, we have a website for our tour guide specifically, and that is washingtonfolkarts.com. So please come and visit our website. You can and learn more about our cultural heritage tours and the other programs that our organization does. Thank you very much.
My name's Cameron, and I'm here with Cliff Bar at the Green Festival, and we'd like to say that we're very proud to be part of Seattle's Green Festival, and encourage everybody to come out and check out our line of organic natural products, such as our Crunch Bar, new for this year. It's our new granola bar, 70% organic, and then moving our way down the line, we've got the original Cliff Bar and our Mojo Trail Mix Bar. And our products are in most major grocery store retailers, and we encourage everybody to have a green year. And thanks for coming out.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Jarrell. Well, we're here with for Democracy Now! We're volunteers. And as people come by to visit the table, we ask them if they've heard of Democracy Now! If they haven't, then we tell them about Democracy Now! Most people are pretty aware of Amy Goodman and Democracy Now! And they just stop by to say hello and give us their support.
My name's David Hatch. Just that Amy was amazing as usual today, and she came in, spoke at noon, and needed to be out of here at 1:30. Still managed to, she spoke all the way till 1, managed to get everybody through the book signing table and do her usual personal talking to each person, including sending a guy an email from her phone. And throwing in an interview with Dennis Kucinich on the side, using her iPhone and interviewing him, asking some questions, and then back to the signing. Wound up getting out of here with the limo waiting as usual, and we ran over to this booth here that she took a quick picture with all the crew, and she was gone. So it was more of a whirlwind than usual for her, and it's always a whirlwind with her. But she's just really a treasure. So thank you.
So I'm Jenny Hines. I'm the Seattle Regional Director for the Green Festival.
My name is Elisa Gravitz. I am the executive co-producer of Green Festival and the director of Green America. And Jenny Hines and I are here to tell you a little bit about Green Festival. So Jenny, as the regional director of Seattle for Green Festival, tell me what happened here this weekend and what's going to happen next year.
Well, this was our 4th year here at Green Festival, and we're in a new location this year at the Quest Field, which was really nice and open, airy space, and we have lots of exhibitors here. We just have lots of great green business exhibitors here, as well as 13 different stages with topics ranging from green building to growing food in your garden to social justice issues, and it's 2 days long with lots of different things to do, as well as a food and wine garden, a beer and wine garden, and a food court, and music, and kids zone, all kinds of different activities here in the space.
Yeah, I certainly, when we put together the Green Festival, we set the intention that anyone can come to Green Festival and have a great time and learn more on their journey to sustainability. Whether they're just starting from the very beginning and they have not even learned how to spell green yet, we love when people can come and do that. And you know, there might be one thing here that they're interested in. Maybe they're interested in some of the art and culture, or maybe they have a young kid and they bring their kid to the green kids zone, and the next thing you know, they're looking at what other kinds of speakers we have, and they're checking out the all vegetarian local organic food court, and you know, they really get the idea of what green means. On the other side of the spectrum, we have people here who have been working on sustainability since that idea first got created, and they come here to learn more ideas, to go deeper on their journey to sustainability, and to learn about, and basically to connect with all kinds of people.
So about 3 years ago, we were invited to a meeting with a farmer who's from Kenya, who's named Joseph Mashinga, and somebody from the Gates Foundation to talk about the future of agriculture in Africa. And by the time we were through with that conversation, we were horrified. Joseph Mashinga was talking about having learned a kind of agriculture, actually that comes from the Northwest, but was brought into the African context and made African by a group called Manor House in Kenya. And they've trained 50,000 farmers in biointensive agriculture that keeps farmers in their community using on-farm inputs and basically sustainable and organic techniques. And with very little money, this technique was taught to lots of farmers, and it's working. The Gates Foundation guys said, "Whoa, that's really interesting, because we don't think that organic works on the continent, that the soils are too poor, that the environmental conditions and so on are not really up for that." They've changed their tune a little bit if you look at some of their propaganda, but basically they think that high industrial agriculture with lots of money, fertilizer, hybrid seeds, and genetically modified seeds are the way to feed Africa and to consolidate farms. They talk about land mobility. What's land mobility, you think? No, it's not kind of farming. It is privatizing land so people can sell the farm if they need to, so they can actually mortgage their farm so they can be a part of these loan packages that are being pushed by the Gates Foundation and USAID and other international aid organizations. And so the idea is that you can borrow against it. And if you can't pay for it, you don't have any other resources, so the farm goes back to the bank effectively.